Good evening. My name is Ana Hernandez, and today's topic is going to be the importance of reading in children. As you all know, reading is the master key to get information, culture, and get into the world of fiction and fantasy. To get the reading is not so simple. The truth is that it is something that is available to all children and everybody, but with certain conditions. The importance of reading in children is based on the benefits when they are studying and acquiring knowledge, but the parent support is needed to boost the learning process. The family work is extremely important even before kids start reading. Although it is incredible, but it's recommended to put children in touch with the books since they are only 1 year old. These obviously have to be books that are very short, with very short text and lots of images. Later, we can get more complicated text and books with less images as the kids get older. Sometimes, as adults, we don't have enough time to do many things, but we should make an effort as parents to spend more time with our children for reading. This can have very positive effects on them. One of these is that it enriches our relationship with our child. In this magical relationship, the parents are responsible for your child being amazed with the book and discovering the amazing world of reading. Besides, those moments of reading are so rewarding because they are full of great emotions, and they will have them in their memories for their whole life. The second is that we have to get the kid familiarized with the text. Kids love to imitate their parents, that's natural. This is an opportunity to explain to them what the black signs means, for example. It also makes them experience the permanence of the written word. When the child goes to school, we'll find this activity necessary and interesting. The third of all is that both images and text will help children to know the world, know themselves, and get to know the real environment. It will help them also to develop mental abilities, for example, the memory. The child will be able to tell the story that just read by following the images. It also develops the language. Through the hearing, the child will make bigger their vocabulary and will learn more complicated phrases or sentences. Also, it develops the capacity of abstraction. The child establishes the relationship between the objects that they have seen in the reality and the representation of the illustrations. It also develops the imagination. From the images in the text, the child begins to build its own representation and creates a reality in its mind. Here are some tips to motivate children to read. For example, a 7-year-old boy or girl finds very difficult to digest any book. If he or she can understand what they are reading, they will not develop a genuine pleasure for the reading. A kid that just began to read needs a text according to their capabilities, adapted to their needs. Reading pleasure is a magnificent training to understand and appreciate the textbooks. The textbooks suggest a lot of hobbies and other kind of readings also. We need to let them choose their own books. If a child don't finish a story, it's not because it is lazy, but it's because probably he or she chose something wrong. The kid will have many opportunities during their school and family life to find more interesting topics. It is very important to know what your child likes in order to choose their books, especially if it is at the beginning. At first, it's convenient that we should keep reading to them the text because reading might be a very difficult task for them, and it may end up cutting off the communication. It doesn't matter what they choose. It could be either magazines, it could be books, comic books, but as long as they have the best quality. Reading since a very young age. Many specialists agree that reading is a habit, a pleasure that is hardly acquired in the adulthood. The love for reading has a great potential to consolidate what is done during the childhood. It is very common to hear parents complaining about their kids that they don't like reading, But the truth is that there's a lot of people who just don't like reading. It's just a matter of temper and interests. Reading is an activity that requires concentration, silence, isolation, and immobility and exclusivity. But despite that, the love of reading depends on how it was taught to the children when they were learning to read. Reading offers a lot of rewards. Reading is an activity that requires an effort, as I said before, and some must receive a reward for that. There are so many ways to get into the reading. This will lead us to educate ourselves and learn, mind growth. It will make us spend a good time. It will make us think and reflect. It will make us travel to other worlds. And it will make us learn about other ways of thinking. It will strengthen our personality, and it will be a very good time for us to relax. That's basically it. I hope you enjoy this, and thank you very much.